I'm Zonile Ngubeni and you're watching Joburg Today.
If you're looking to inject a little spice into your relationship, you might want to pick up a copy of the Date Night Journal for cost-effective ideas that'll make your date night a little more memorable.
The Date Night Journal came about through my own personal love story with my husband. Almost 3 months had passed from our last date night, and we basically just allowed our day-to-day responsibilities to consume us. I had a newborn baby at the time and a 2-year-old at the time, and so I was just focused more on that, and he was a bit busy also with work, so we just allowed all our responsibilities to consume us, and we were definitely feeling disconnected, and we needed to work on our relationship. So when I thought of the Date Night Journal, it was my way of nurturing and nourishing my own relationship, and just realizing that I'm in control, and my husband and I are both in control of the relationship that we want, and we have to proactively work on it and to better work on our communication to just to ensure that we're on the same page. Because I think so often as couples, we get into relationships with good intentions, and no one plans to be bad at communication, but somewhere along the line we prioritize other things, and next thing you know, your own relationship is taking a back seat. And so I actually wrote the Date Night Journal to help us to have a weekly communication journal.
Now it's a great way of promoting practical engagement and conversation, yes, particularly in developing your relationship. Yeah. Who should actually be reading this book? It
targets couples, all sorts of couples, at whichever wherever you are in your love story, whether you are in the beginning phases or whether you're towards the end of your love story. And the reason why I think it's perfect for all couples, no matter which stage you're in, because we can always work on communication. So the important thing about the Date Night Journal, not only does it have these exciting 52 date night ideas that you can do every single week of the year, but more importantly, it gives your relationship an opportunity to have fun, to be spontaneous, to bring back the flame of your romance, and just to nurture and nourish your relationship. And I think there isn't a point in your relationship where you think, oh no, maybe, you know, we're fine. Even if you're fine, you can even be at a better stage. So I definitely think this will be an exciting book for couples. And I do think there'll be a particular interest for younger, newlywed couples, because I always find that they want to enter that relationship with the necessary resources or tools to assist them through it. But I definitely think if you've been married for 15 years, 20 years, it's always great to be able to have a tool that can assist you in navigating your relationship.
Is the book meant as a self-reflective journey of oneself within a relationship, or is this something that you share with your partner?
Yeah, so the Date Night Journal is all about celebrating your love story together as a couple. So that's the main message of it. And as your relationship evolves, you must just celebrate the richness that it adds to your relationship. So it's so much better when you do it together as a couple. It helps couples plan together for date night. So you start off by just identifying reflecting on your love story, all the memories that you share and whatever goals you might have together as a couple, and you sit together and you jot this down together, because then that allows you to make sure that you're on the same page, you're communicating, it's written down. There's something about actually writing things down that it makes it a bit official, it creates a bit of accountability, and that's what happens during date night. Sometimes when you're not having a good time in a relationship, sometimes you're arguing about stuff, and then if date night is on a Thursday and you've been arguing the whole of Thursday morning, then one partner decides, actually, we're not even going on date night. And then it keeps building and keeps building. But when you actually have it written down and you've identified, Our scheduled date night every week is on Thursday evenings, 6 till 8, for instance. Then that means you've actually made a commitment and you're going to be held accountable. So it's not about how you're feeling one particular week for date night. You've made a commitment and you must prioritize this as you would any other reoccurring appointment that you actually have. So you don't have to stress about thinking, oh, it's my week, so I have to come up with date night this week. What am I going to do? I've already provided the ideas for you. Just pick your date, pick what you're in a mood for. Are you in a mood for staying at home this week? Do you want to go out? Do you want to go to a restaurant? Or do you want to do an outdoor activity? Whatever you feel like doing that particular week, the date night journal has it for you. It's already written down. So all you have to do is to make sure you get the planning right. You do the planning together. Or you can you can alternate. Say this week you plan date night, the next week you plan for date night. But the great thing is we experience it together. And after the date, we come together and we answer questions to make sure we're on the same page. And this allows partners to manage each other's date night expectations. So no one is expecting the other partner to do something, but if it's written down, then you at least know you're on the same page and you can both have a great, wonderful time.
So it's all about accountability at the end of the day.
Yes, it is.
Now, you've convinced me to get a copy.
Yeah.
The question is, where can I purchase one?
Oh, that's amazing. That's awesome. So I am a self-published author. So the Date Night Journal is available on my website, which is www.sihlemasukela.com for all local orders in South Africa. And if you are based outside of South Africa, it is available on Amazon.